Hey guys, welcome to another review by Trentix. Now for today's review, it's of a brand new item on the market. I know you've all been waiting for this. I know I've been waiting forever for it. It finally arrived, and let me tell you, it's going to knock your socks off. What it is a ZNA clone made by Wotofo A mod. Now, before I even get to the review, I want to make sure I mention a few things about the device in case I forget about mentioning it during the close-ups of the ZNA. So, first of all, it uses a Z-High SXA300 chip. It's made of an aluminum body. It uses a SS, which is stainless steel battery tube. Full copper pins, they are adjustable, gold-plated bottom spring. We're going to get to that, you're going to love it. It fires from 7 to 30 watts, and it will go down to the lowest ohm of 0.3 ohm atomizers. Last but not least, it uses the standard 18500 battery. However, it will fit the 18490s. That's what I have in it presently. So 18490, 18500. Also, you can purchase the 18650 battery tubes right by the company for all you shops out there that wish to carry it. And I'm sure you'll be able to go to the stores, buy your ZNA clone, and be able to purchase or even get free, I have no idea just yet, the 18650 battery tubes. So, with that said, guys, I'm not going to wait make you guys wait any longer. We're going to get right down to it. So I'm going to magically disappear, and when I reappear, I'm going to have that box in front of me with the ZNA clone. Poof! Okay guys, and just like that, we're back. Now, first thing you're going to notice is the box that this baby comes in. Now, expect it to change a little bit by the time you find it on the shelves. I do believe they're going to place the name ZNA on there somewhere. But just so you guys can see, this is the box that I received it in. Show you a little up close photo of it there. And without making you wait any further, we're going to open this bad boy up. And there she is. The ZNA clone made by Wotofo A mod. First thing you're going to notice, it's in there nice and tightly. It's got a lot of the styrofoam around it, holding it in place, so it's not going to get knocked around and damaged during shipment. Secondly, it's been placed inside a plastic sleeve, therefore you're not going to have to worry about it coming scratched. I left the sleeve on there for you guys so you guys can see that and see exactly what I see the moment I open my box, which you'll see when you open your box. Now, enough about the box. We're going to take her out of the wrapper here. We're going to take the box, we're going to throw it aside, and we're going to remove this plastic wrapper and reveal the ZNA clone. Now before we get into it, I just want to show you what it looks like fully, fresh out of the box. Quite small, fits perfect in the palm of your hands, and I'm going to show you all angles here. Hopefully this lighting isn't too off or too crazy, and you can see it well. Trying to adjust the lights there. There you go. Front and the device. Now, we're going to dissect her piece by piece, show you how she functions, and let you know more about it. So, first thing we're going to do here, guys, we're going to take off the bottom cap here that holds the battery. I'm going to show you what that's made of. That is a solid stainless steel piece there. Notice the spring, it is actually gold plated. There's nothing cheap about this. It's a hard spring. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to crack. It's not going to break. You've got no worries with that spring ever. Try to get you a nice close-up view there. There we go. Notice the threads on there. Beautiful, beautiful threading. Large air vent hole in the bottom. Allows plenty of venting. Don't got to worry about that. Heavy piece. Nothing light, nothing cheap about it. Now, that is the bottom cap that holds the battery in. We're going to put that aside here. And next, we're going to take a closer look at the 18500 battery tube. It's made of stainless steel once again. Great threading. Slides in, off perfectly. No issues whatsoever. Nothing cheap about that threading. High quality. Now we're going to take it right off. Put the body aside and show you the tube itself. That is the stainless steel tube for the ZNA 30. Notice if you can see there, those beautiful threadings on the inside. Very smooth, well threaded device. This is the other side. I think you can see that there. And on the front, I'm going to turn this light off for a minute here and see if you can notice the grooved lines that are on there. Just makes it a little bit more unique than having a flat stainless steel standard tube. Okay. We're going to take this tube now and we're going to put that aside. Now, we're going to take a look at the top of the device here. Notice you've got 4 drip wells, and actually you're also going to notice they do not go right to the end of the device, which you would think it would in order to allow plenty of airflow. However, I'm telling you, this sucker allows lots of airflow, and what it is when you draw on your tank, you're bringing air up from the bottom through that vent hole and up through the actual 310 atomizer connection there, and you're actually getting a lot of airflow with this device. Those drip wells there are also, or air wells are used for any leakage. Your juice will go right directly into those. And notice on the inside you've got a solid copper adjustable pin. And with this connection, it is only a 510 connector, so you're not going to be able to put any of your ego tanks on there and things like that. Only the 510s. With that said, we're going to take a closer look at the body. The body is made of aluminum, very solid. It's definitely not cheap. You can feel it, you know it, it's there, it's well built. Notice on the front here, you've got 2 small buttons. They're all metal, solid, well built, great clicking action, no slipping on the buttons. What those are going to do is turn your watts up and down on this device. On top, you're going to notice the best trigger action fire button, whatever you want to call it. I believe it's a trigger action button. Fires the device. It's actually the best button I have ever felt on any mod to date. And when I say that, I mean it. It fits perfect with your thumb while holding this in the palm of your hand. Very smooth action there. I think you can hear it. Very well built button. On the inside here, you're going to notice there's no wires, there's no boards, there's nothing showing. It's all covered up beautifully with the A mod symbol in the center. And once again, it is using the SXA300 Yi-Hi chip. I think in the earlier video I said the Z-Hi or something like that. It's Yi-Hi SXA300 chip. 30 watts. Very powerful. I'm going to get to the bottom here. The bottom, you're going to find yourself an adjustable copper pin there for the battery. Very solid, well built, with these amazing threadings here to screw on your stainless steel battery tubes. Going to show you a nice close-up of that. And with that said, that is the body of the ZNA 30. And now I guess we're going to put her back together. And I'm going to magically disappear by saying those magic words. And then we're going to have a vape and talk a little bit more about this. And then you guys are going to sit back and wait for the next review. But anyways, here we go. We're going to put her back together piece by piece. Notice once again these threads, perfect threading, glides nice and smoothly. Going to put that amazing bottom cap back on there. Extremely well built, gold plated spring. And with that said, guys, poof. Okay guys, and I'm back. And I've rebuilt the ZNA 30. I placed the battery in there and stuck my tank on top. Now before we have a vape at this and another close look, I want to let you know I have tried many clones on the market, compared many to the originals, so on and so forth. And yes, a lot of clones out there are very cheap and unprofessionally built. And I have to say, this company, Wotofo A MOD, has absolutely the best one-to-one clones on the market. I have many of the devices from them guys, and let me tell you, none of them feel cheap, perform cheap, or are built cheap in any way whatsoever. So if you buy this mod, I'm telling you, you're going to come back to me, you're going to say, hey, Trantix, thanks for showing and thanks for letting us know how well built this clone actually is, and it is well worth the money. Now with that said, I'm going to let you see the display on here. I hope the lighting in here is a little better than when I tried last night. I filmed this and I could not see the display, so hopefully you guys will be able to see it. So the first thing you're going to notice when we turn it on is it boots up and it says 30W. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to show you up close here. Once it turns on, expect it to look like the ZNA 30 devices, which means it shows the watts, the volts, the ohms, and the battery power, what's left on the battery. Another thing to note, just like many other devices, if you click the fire button 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to lock the device. Click it another 5 times, and it's going to unlock the device. Great display, great buttons, very friendly. One button brings the watts up, one button brings the watts back down. One other thing to notice, I'm going to show you the size difference between the ZNA 30 clone and its ZNA 30 clone. Notice the ZNA is practically the exact same height, minus the top of the trigger button here. However, it is a lot thinner than the ZNA 30 devices that are on the market, which means when you hold this in your hand, it is going to fit perfectly. Notice the thumb perfectly lined up with the trigger. You don't have to move your thumb around, don't have to readjust your hand. It is always perfect. When you hold the ZNA 30, look, you got your fingers stretched out, your thumb is over here, you have to readjust your thumb and put it to the side. You've got no issues like that with this device. Well built, well designed, great quality. With that said, we're going to go ahead and have our vape finally and end this beautiful devices review. So, that said, here we go. Actually, I should let you know what I'm using here. I have the device set to 18 watts, 3.7 volts, and it is a 8.0 atomizer. On top I have my trusty K-Fun Light Plus Black Edition tank, which I stole from our good friend Petey here, so I'm sure he's not, he's going to forgive me. But anyways, inside here I've got a blend of 50-50, 12 milligram Nick, and yeah, time for that vape. Gotta do that again. Extremely well hitting device. Those hits, they are the same from the moment you charge this battery to the moment it dies out. Never use it till it dies, but you get the point. You're going to get the same hit each and every single time you use this. Speaking of which, the DNA 30s, I have quite a few clone devices. I have the original device, and let me tell you, all those clones, I don't know if you guys have this issue, but most of mine anyways, it never keeps the proper ohm. So if I put an 0.8 ohm on there, every now and then it might switch to a 1.0, it might switch to a 9.0, so on and so forth. And what that is going to do is change your watts. So you're going to get too many watts for the ohm that the device is recognizing. I've been using this for a week straight, not a single issue like that. Each and every hit is the exact ohm that I put onto the device, the exact watts, and the exact volts. So expect nothing less than the best with this clone. Once again, we're going to take one more vape, and I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to start on that next review. This is a ZNA 30 clone by Wotofo A MOD. Vape on, guys, and vape in public.